Yes, it's really pretty. Hey guys, it's Empress, and I'm here with Baby Empress and me and more. Y'all know what time it is? Let's get.
It's more than a statement, it's a way of life. Celebration. Let me suggest some talking.
All right, guys, that's right. I'm back. We are deep in the Evita era, so we're about to be watching some movies. So that means we are, watching the interviews and performances and things. This is one y'all probably caught on VH1 back in the day. It's called it's a special in the interview. All right, let's check it out.
October 14th, Lourdes Maria Ciccone Leon is born.
Am I looking forward to Evita? Not particularly, you know what I'm saying? I don't really care, not unless it was like Evette.
I don't know, I had too many show tunes coming my way growing up. Carousel, Oklahoma, South Pacific.
Don't cry for me, Argentina. Nah, I don't think so.
I think it's cool she's a mom. I did think it was funny, though. That's like the most celebrated illegitimate child in the history of the world.
All them kids bastards. All right, let's go.
What's the baby's name?
Lourdes.
Lourdes? Isn't that a Spanish name?
I think it's Latino.
It's a Latino name, Lourdes.
I'd like to have a kid. I mean,
Cute little kind of, like cute little voice kind of. You okay? Cute voice kind of get on my nerves, low key.
I probably will wait till I'm married because I'm old-fashioned, but I think it's cool. You know, she's done everything else, for God's sake, so.
Most people are actually going to get to see the film, but I was lucky enough to get a sneak preview, and I have to tell you, Evita is spectacular. But what else would you expect from Madonna? I mean, she's a woman who continually redefines the word superstar. I got a chance to sit down with Madonna, who shared her private thoughts on everything from music to movies to motherhood. When you think of, I guess, what it is that you would like for this film to accomplish historically in your career, in this moment in time, what do you think?
I would hope that people would.
We don't say if I missed that because she is straight up giving She is straight up giving Ava Perón right now.
Have a better sense of who Eva Perón was, would instead of seeing her as, the wife of a fascist dictator, this incredibly ambitious, power-hungry woman, I would like for them to think of her as a human being. That's what I want artistically for the film, and for myself, I would like for people to see me as an actress.
Evita is Madonna's 14th major film role. But since the rave reviews she received for her performance in Desperately Seeking Susan, critical acclaim has eluded her. Many say Evita is her last shot at making it on the big screen, and Madonna says there are more than a few people who would love to see her fail.
Something struck me when I was watching the film, and I found myself thinking about you, and I wondered why, and I would like to, I guess, understand if you know why people just always they judge you, they make comments, they almost seem to, like build you up to want to pull you down. Why do you think that happens?
I think for the most part people are still really kind of uncomfortable with a powerful, successful female. I think that's one thing, and I think that we all have a love-hate relationship with celebrities, It's like we root for them, but on the other hand, we kind of, like to hear terrible stories about them, It's like stopping, with the accident on the side of the road, that kind of fascination with something bad happening to somebody. I don't know, I think it just comes with the territory.
I am a worker, I've suffered the way that.
But Madonna has never let her detractors get in her way. She was going to play Evita come hell or high water. She immersed herself in the character, read every word written about her, and talked with anyone she could find that knew her. According to Madonna's diaries, she became so involved in the role that she actually dreamed she was Evita. She even dreamed that, like Evita, she was dying of cancer.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually be immersed in it for so long, because it was such a big film, you know. In a way, we made 2 movies because we had to do 400 hours of recording in a recording studio before we even got onto the film set. So it was a very long haul, you know. And she was focused for a very long time.
Evident than in this touching scene. Evita is led on to the palace balcony to sing Don't Cry for Me, Argentina, to thousands of adoring.
I mean, let's take it back though. Let's take it back to that Tracy soundtrack. I have ranked that one of the best Madonna albums ever, and it was giving period peace. Like, she definitely had the chops to do it at this point in time. Let's go.
If they're really my fans, I think they will. Yeah.
Next up, it's Latin heartthrob Antonio Banderas, who's going to tell us about his passion for Evita.
You are going to see a Madonna that you've never seen in your entire life, not even in videos or in her singing.
Welcome back to this very special edition of Flicks. I'm VH1 Cynthia Garrett here in Los Angeles at the premiere of Evita. Now, I can only think of one thing more exciting than being here tonight, and that's being alone with Antonio Banderas. Well, I got him all to myself just a little while ago, and Antonio, as you might know, plays Che, the skeptical everyman who chronicles Evita's climb to power.
You know, everyone has been talking about Madonna's passion for this movie and why she wanted to make it. And I understand that you have your own story about your experiences with Evita every night near your home. Will you tell us about that?
Yes, I was living in a pension in Madrid, and the times that I didn't have a penny in my pocket, and and they were performing in a theater. It was just wall to wall with this pension Evita, and until 1 o'clock or 1:30 in the morning, they were performing Evita, and it was a pain. It was a pain.
Were you ever afraid of doing this as a musical? Did you ever think, this is risky?
Yes, I did. I'm still do.
Yeah. Appreciate his honesty there.
But that's the challenge. I mean, the story of an actor is full of that, and I love challenges, and I took a lot of them. I mean, being here in America, from playing vampires to action movies to comedies, and now doing a musical, so it's one step more in the risks that I took during my whole life.
How did you feel when, you know, you're out in the middle of this foreign country and you're taking a risk, and the star of the movie, the other star, comes and she says, "I'm pregnant"?
But no, it was almost at the end of the movie. I mean, I knew that she was pregnant a couple of weeks before we finished shooting. Well, I felt, you know, just great about her, and I knew that it was something that she was, you know, pursuing for a long time, and suddenly, well, it's beautiful. And yesterday I was introduced to the baby, and she looks so Spanish and so cool. Got long black hair, and she's so cool, you know.
Even though Madonna was well into her pregnancy when he led her in this beautiful waltz, Antonio says his co-star was truly graceful.
Great scene too.
From her biggest scenes to her quietest on-screen moments, he says Madonna's performance is incredibly powerful and moving.
Madonna has, at the end of the movie when she's dying in bed, that is, I think is a little jewel in the movie, you know. It's a piece of art right there in which you are going to see a Madonna that you've never seen in your entire life, not even in videos or in her singing. Is a truth that is coming from I don't know where. This is not a video clip, it's a 2 hours and 15 minutes movie that you have to carry all the way through, and in the way she come to the screen is gorgeous. I am pretty proud that I worked with her.
It's every girl's dream, and I got to live it, spending time alone with Antonio Banderas. But I have to tell you that I was very impressed with his genuine warmth and style. He's sincere and humble and talented, and he's also very good looking. Now, we've got a lot more in store for you from this wild scene at the Shrine Auditorium, including some surprising revelations from the Material Girl herself. But first, here she is with Cherish. So we're all here to see Madonna tackle her biggest challenge yet, Don't touch that remote. Hollywood's biggest stars are going to tell us what they think about Madonna's Evita. Did you cry? Your eyes are red.
Yeah, I cried. I did. I was very moved. Madonna was brilliant.
Welcome back to the premiere of the most anticipated movie of the year, Evita. The film's leading lady, Madonna, is known for getting what she wants, and she fought extremely hard for the role that she says she was destined to play. But has she gained the respect of her colleagues? Well, that's the big question tonight, and I got a chance to ask all the big names. Did you love the movie, Glenn?
Excuse me, yes, I did. I really, really did. I think it's broken new ground.
Back before we knew Glenn was ratchet.
I mean, there's nothing like it that I've ever seen, and I think it's huge in every way.
It's so beautiful. It's not like a regular movie.
I've always loved the music from Evita, and I thought Banderas was great. I think Madonna gave a performance of her life there, you know?
I'm kind of speechless. It was mesmerizing.
Did you cry? Your eyes are red.
Yeah, I cried. I did. I was very moved. Madonna was brilliant.
I've never seen anything like it. I didn't know it was going to be as completely full of music as it was. It was a surprise. It was a pleasant surprise.
Madonna looked like $1,000,000. That's all I have to say. And stand back. Buenos Aires. Hey!
Well, I'd call this an incredible showing of star support for Madonna at LA's Shrine Auditorium tonight. And Hollywood's verdict is finally in. Evita is a smashing success. We'll have more for you from the Woman of the Hour in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look at one of her most romantic ballads, Take a Bow. For a bullfighter, I guess you can say that Madonna's leading men always put up a good fight. We'll have more from my exclusive interview with the lady herself in just a moment, and you're not going to believe what she had to say.
Sometimes I feel my mother's presence when I look into my daughter's eyes, and I think that everything I missed by not having a mother is all going to come back to me by having a daughter.
And when she's all grown up and she looks at Evita, which will then be a classic many years from now.
I say, you were in that movie too.
Welcome back to this special edition of VH1's Flicks. I'm Cynthia Garrett. Award-winning actor Jonathan Pryce shares the screen with Madonna playing Evita's husband, the legendary and very handsome Juan Perón. Jonathan said he hardly got any sleep while filming in Buenos Aires because every night crowds gathered outside the hotel to serenade his co-star. Well, according to Madonna, nobody got any sleep making Evita because of the grueling production schedule, and it only got more challenging when she found out she was expecting a baby.
Now, right in the middle of making the most important movie of your life and achieving, I guess, one of the most important goals that you had set for yourself to date, you found out that you were pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
What was your reaction?
Uh-oh. Now what? I mean, it was, I think I said, oh my God, about 100 times. But I never felt bad about it. I mean, it was always like, okay, let me figure this one out. Okay, let me think this one through. Okay, how's this gonna work? Okay, you know. I mean, I was really excited and really nervous and just really wanting so badly to get through the movie and not, you know, not get in the way of what we were doing work-wise.
When I was speaking with Alan, the director, Alan Parker, he said,
this interview, very insightful and glad to hear Madonna's response. Right, and I feel like that's the real response she gave.
well, she called me and she said, Alan, are you sitting down?
I did say that.
What was his reaction?
Oh, dear. He was great, though. I mean, I was expecting him to get really mad at me or to be angry with me in some way or start talking about the movie, and all he did was, like, ask about how I felt and was I happy. And
again, this goes back to those times when women felt like they had to make the choice, right, to terminate simply because of their career. Or they might not even been in entertainment, you know what I mean? So, just something about.
I mean, I thought that was a really generous thing.
Did you find yourself feeling in some way that you owed an even better performance?
Yeah, I did. I felt like, oh God, now everybody's going to start treating me with like kid gloves, or, you know, I didn't want to be all of a sudden this invalid that everybody was tiptoeing around.
The film schedule was stepped up to finish Madonna's scenes before she began to show. When the movie wrapped, she was 4 months pregnant and very much looking forward to motherhood.
Sometimes I feel my mother's presence when I look into my daughter's eyes, and I think that everything I missed by not having a mother is all going to come back to me by having a daughter.
And when she's all grown up and she looks at Evita, which will then be a classic many years from now.
I'd say you were in that movie too.
Yeah, she actually was.
I know.
And then after that, how would you explain to her why this picture was so important to Mommy?
Because it gave me the chance to play a remarkable woman, and it gave me the chance to be as creative as I could be as an artist. It gave me the chance to really fully realize myself as an artist. It gave me a chance to express myself in so many ways, and it made me feel very proud of myself.
You know, I've heard that you said and have said, and I said the same thing also, that I want to have lots of kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I had my son, who's now 4, I sometimes go, huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that again.
What do you think now?
I think I'd like to have one more. I think I could do it one more time. But, you know, she's so young. I'd like to wait a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everything else agrees with Madonna, so why shouldn't motherhood? In this next video, she's going to offer us some motherly advice. Express yourself. Party, and Madonna's already gone in. Antonio Banderas is in there. George Clooney is also here.
And there's the red carpet. They were like, people don't get hyped. I feel like I was kind of like that last generation when now I can't think of the last time I seen an entire award show like when it's broadcast. You know what I mean? So now just catch me with on the shade room. You know what I'm saying? What's happening?
Don't you dare touch that remote. You're watching another VH1 exclusive. To the hottest backstage bash of the year.
We're not having fun or anything, are we?
Welcome back to this very special edition of Flicks. I'm VH1 Cynthia Garrett here in Los Angeles at the premiere of Evita. Like the movie, the post-premiere celebration is a scene right out of the 1940s. Reminiscent of a vintage Hollywood party, everything about this bash is bigger than life. The ballroom at LA's historic Shrine Auditorium is jam-packed with Tinseltown's most powerful people, all hoping to get a chance to congratulate Evita's leading lady. But even catching a glimpse of Madonna in this crowd is a long shot. I'm Cynthia Garrett, wrapping things up at the Los Angeles premiere of Evita. And I guess you could say it's been absolutely overwhelming. Everybody from Madonna to Antonio Banderas has been right here giving us the inside scoop. You know, we couldn't end this evening without that famous scene from that famous...
I would have been since the 96. I was like, well, okay. Especially after Paula crying. She wake up. Hey, good morning. Especially after Paula talking about she tries. Okay. And again, it's funny, right? You know, literally in the journey, I got pregnant. I had a child, which y'all can hear now. She's 2. So it's like, it's just so cool. And again, I never thought that would happen when I started this journey. But either way, again, I really want to see this movie after seeing like the reaction from these celebs. Yeah, drop the comments down below. First time you saw this interview, do you have any more commentary, insight? What do you think? Drop the comments down below. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you are subscribed, make sure you join the channel. And if you like me and baby Empress to react to something of your choice, know what to do. Hit me up on Patreon. The link is below. All right, guys. Hope everybody's out there feeling good. Stay safe. See you guys next time. Bye.